Good afternoon, everybody. How are we doing on this wonderful, wonderful sunny Saturday? Nice bit of alliteration there. How's everybody doing? I promise that we're not... I promise that we're not late. I promise that we're not late. We're never late, even if it is by 7 minutes. We're early somewhere, just not on the stream that we agreed. Okay. So, we're back on this lovely day. Is it sunny outside? Yeah, it's still sunny. Regretting my choices to be streaming in the middle of the day. But hopefully this provides some lunchtime entertainment to you. I know there's some Premier League football on right now, but nobody likes Tottenham, so we don't worry about that. Fuck Tottenham. Okay. So we're continuing our playthrough with Final Fantasy 16. We did a good little chunk last night of it, and then we moved on to some Grand Theft Auto 5. And I do actually have some kind of good news actually. We just slide over here and look at our trophies. You can see that we finally obtained the Platinum Trophy for GTA 5. The sad thing is though, was being a little bit cheeky in regards to the auto pop for GTA 5 on the PlayStation 5, and I still need to get the free online trophies, which were a complete pain in the butt to get. So I'm gonna need to find a boosting partner to do these with. To be fair, at the end of this stream, if I get bored of Final Fantasy, I may try and do the 10 waves of survival. Just because why not? It's something to see, I guess. But yeah, let's get into Final Fantasy as well. It's more of a background game at this point. Final Fantasy 16. It's just I'm liking streams in the sense of it's giving me a good opportunity just to play through a backlog in a way. You know, just to allocate time. I'd say that if you have the capacity to stream, I think most people do nowadays. You know, streaming's widely available on your consoles, and it takes 2 seconds to make an account. If you can stream and you have a backlog of games, I think that's probably one of the best ways to actually get through your backlog, because I love my time with Final Fantasy 16 originally, right? And we sort of look at this Platinum Trophy, and it's like, oh, like it is such a good game, but it's really long, which is kind of weird because, you know, being such a good game, I would low-key kind of just trying to work out the lighting. Sorry. Can we have the? He's not here. We have the. Nah, we can't have the curtains open. It ruins the ambiance. Yeah, so it kind of ruins the. It doesn't ruin anything. Being on stream, or what am I trying to say actually? The light has done me in there. I've got my dog as well in with me, and I've put her bed in my room, but she's not actually in her bed. She's just laying in front of the door, which is weird. Like she's been fed, she's been watered, she's been to the toilet. So I don't know why she's just staring at the door weirdly, but she's a weird little dog. But yeah, like I think what I was trying to say is that it's really weird that I sing the praises for this game, and probably a lot of games, but if they require a second playthrough, I just don't really care for it that much. It's almost like you'd need to have your, like, the Men in Black, the mind wiping thing, so you can just experience it again. It's probably like the same as watching some TV shows and films. Like, watching Attack on Titan for the first time is probably one of the greatest things ever, just with, like, you'd never expect what happens in it. But it's the same with this in a way. You know, once you've kind of got the general gist of the story, then it's, I don't know, you don't really are inclined to do it again. I feel like that's probably just me being weird. I feel like I could be a minority in the sense of like replaying games on that, but don't know. Could be right, could be wrong.
Still no sign. Could he have strayed even further?
Because the ending of this game, actually, I don't know if I cried, but I think I was very close. I was like, I don't think I've been moved from a game in a very long time, and just the way that it built up at the end was fantastic. And yeah, the ending really got me. I was like, oh no, like seriously, like that can't.
We can't lead them.
Oh, if you can hear that noise, that's my dog. You alright? Silly old dog. It's weird that I feel kind of, that I felt a little bit more... I love my time with Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but am I wrong to say that I wasn't really moved by the ending? And I feel like it's been enough time now to talk about potential spoilers in a way. I'm not going to spoil Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, but I will discuss the original game, which has obviously been out for 20 years. So if you've not somehow found out what happens at the key story points of that, it's a bit peak for you. But the whole stuff with Aerith, right, in the original Final Fantasy, like that happens at the end of disc 2, am I thinking? Or like it happens at the end of a disc, and it's like you're left on this massive kind of, not cliffhanger, but this massive story point to the fact where you need to take your disc out of the console and put in another disc at like the pinnacle of like things popping off. And in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, that event that happens with Aerith, I was just like, are you not going to show it? Like you're alluding to it because, you know, as fans of the franchise, we know what happens. But as a new fan, you kind of have to, if you don't know what happens, you kind of have to piece it together. And I was just like, I feel like they glossed over it a lot in Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. And that's the only kind of like bad thing I have to say about it, is that I thought they could have done a little bit more with that whole Aerith situation. But some people are speculating online that they could be saving it for the third Final Fantasy remake game. So they could be saving it for the third one, and they could go more in depth with like a flashback or something, which I hope to be the case. But it was kind of frustrating, you know, being there in the moment, that it just glosses over this big story moment. Gastromo, what's up, my dude? How you doing? Hope you're doing well on this lovely, lovely Saturday. I don't know if you caught the start of stream, but you definitely saw the tweet of Grand Theft Auto 5 being platinumed, so thank you for your help on that. We do have a slight problem though, in that with the PlayStation 5 version, these 3 pesky trophies that we were working on for the PS4 need to be worked on for the PS5. So...
I didn't realise they were this close.
Oh, I've just lost the lighting. There we go. Must have set the light onto a timer there by accident.
Ether from the soil. And when the last drop is drained, their fields will turn to this. No plants, no animals.
How is everybody in the chat doing today? Are we all good? I feel like I kind of went on a... It started really positive about how good Final Fantasy 16 was, and then kind of turned into a bit of a rant. Well, not a rant, just a heated discussion about Final Fantasy 7.
Problems are all that's left.
But yeah, the end of this game, very emotional. The end of 7 Rebirth, kind of emotional. or maybe maybe it's because I know what happened, so it kind of took the punch out of it.
It was beautiful.
Yeah, I'll tell you what the annoying thing about Grand Theft Auto 5 is that originally when the PS5 version came out, you had to migrate your character from PlayStation 4. Um, so I did that back in the day, and it resets. So if you carry your character over from PS4 to PS5, you lose your character on PS4. So as Nostromo knows, I had to make a new character on the PlayStation 4 version of Grand Theft Auto 5. So I started at level 0, which was a pain in the ass to do survival and things like that, to get all of the achievements again. Well, not again, but get them sort of my progress reset. Whereas like I've probably done like an X amount of races prior. So I had to make a new character on GTA 4, and then I thought, okay, so I've got the character on GTA 5, like my character I've played for like, I don't know, like 10 years. But I was hoping to actually migrate my sort of the new character onto the PlayStation 5 version and kind of delete the one that was there because I don't really play the game anymore, and it's not really that deep. I did think, oh, I don't want to lose the character, but I was like, it is what it is. I'd rather not have to grind out the trophies again. So I go to migrate the character over, and you can't do it. You can only have like the character that you originally migrated, and I was like, are you serious? And the worst thing about it all is that GTA did an update last summer, right? And if you migrate your character from PlayStation 4 to PlayStation 5, you can keep them across both generations. So I was just super unlucky when I decided to migrate my characters over, in the fact that they got wiped from my PS4. Like, I don't understand how they didn't implement that at the very start. You know, they waited until probably like 2 years after the PlayStation 5 release. So I'm in a position now where I need to do all of the silly activities. Like I've probably won the majority of the races. I'm gonna keep it a buck 50, but it's just doing the silly things like playing golf and tennis. So if trying to get a randomer into that is going to be an absolute nightmare. Yeah, so the glitch for survival still works. Saying that though, I got to wave 8 last night, and I was on wave 8, and I think I must have slipped down the ledge that you can like go invisible on, and I jumped back up, but for some reason it didn't put me invisible again, so I just got peppered and died, and I was like, ugh. It was what happened to me when we were playing Extremo, when I kept getting like just shot for some reason, like I wasn't completely hidden. So I got to round 8, so it should be able to be done. So I'm gonna give it another crack maybe at the end of this stream potentially, because I do kind of get bored of playing this game just a tad. And as well, there's so many games that I'm like wanting to play as well. Uh, it's just getting things off the backlog. You know, I really want to get this platinum done
To be seen.
because I do like the game, did like the game, just don't like replaying it. And as well, predicted 60 hours to do this. I don't think so. I think we're going to try and do it in 15 hours. We've had 2 streams so far,
Let's see if this one
probably collectively of about maybe 4 or 5 hours worth of gameplay. So we should only have about 10 hours left. And
could this place really be a fallen ruin?
my plan for streaming this going forward is,
Perfect.
the reason for streaming it was just to get B-roll content and background content in case I want to make a video on the game.
Anything like this.
So I'm just doing that because I've got all of the captures of the game sort of that save automatically from PlayStation when you get a trophy, but that's kind of really difficult to work into a video. So essentially, just using hours of stream content should help me build a video if and when I want to. So I think 3 streams is enough. What I'll probably end up doing is next week we're going to play some different games on stream, and then I'll probably just be grinding this every now and again in the background, and then when we've got sort of towards the end of the game, I'll jump on a stream and kind of capture the last bit as well.
The usual.
But yeah, so many cutscenes, which is good. Like if you're playing this for the first time, it's a fantastic experience. It's very much so a cinematic story as well as a sort of RPG fighter. It's more so probably a movie, an interactive movie, I'd say, this game. Oof. So I may consider having a little look at the Fallout update as well, Fallout 4, and just see if it's worth doing, because in terms of the platinum for Fallout 4, I don't think I'm actually that many trophies off of it. I know I need to do like the settler one. That's probably like the grindiest one. But in terms of everything else, like I feel like I've got a good amount of the trophies in Fallout 4. The only caveat is that for some reason, I don't know why, but I decided to. Do you know how you can delete your saved data to save space? I'd love to have a conversation with myself and discuss why I decided to probably delete 200 megabytes of saved game data. Because for some reason I've deleted my data, so I don't have any of my save files, which is good in a way because it forces me to replay the game again, which I think would be a perfect experience now with it being not remade, but having an update for like 60 FPS.
How can these things still function?
So again, it benefits me in the terms of like replay, and also I guess getting content. It's good in that sense, because prior I probably would have just jumped in and cleaned up the trophies where I needed to, because I do generally think that it's I love doing this on stream. People probably hate it by now. But let's find Fallout 4 and see what the waffle I'm talking about, whether it's valid or not. See, I remember the time that Fallout 4 came out as well. It was, I think it's quite a sad time actually, but I think it was when there was like the attacks on Paris, I want to say. A long time ago. I think I could be wrong. Maybe it was a different game. Maybe it was something else. But for some reason, I've just got a memory of this in my head playing it at like my nan's house for some reason. So we need to complete side quests, miss objectives, reach maximum happiness, pick locks, hack terminals, create mods, craft, max relationship, kill something, collectible, miscellaneous, collectible, and reach level 50. Like all of those trophies, regrettably, if I had my original save file, would be able to bang them out pretty quickly, I would say. Like I've got the easy stuff left to do. It's just a shame I have to restart it again. Like I don't know how easy it is to get to level 50. Yeah, that's the thing. It looks on paper. I didn't actually catch the percentage of it. I don't know how what the rating is of how many percent of people have it. I'd assume probably quite a lot because it is easy. But yeah, the settler trophy is definitely the most awkward one to get. But saying that, I think it was Cloudy in the chat last night. We was talking about the Fallout TV show and obviously the platinum, and I think he said that you could just sit AFK for it. He was like, I just left my console AFK for that trophy. Again, I need to do more research in it, but if that's the case, that would be pretty good.
I'm glad you're here. Better already.
What's my dog doing? What are you doing, buddy? Let's say hello to the camera. Come on. Come back. The dog's a little bit camera shy. She doesn't want to come and say hello. She's just sharking on the floor below me, trying to. Maybe we could get a little dog cam that just sits below me and views her bed. But I figured it would be good to have the dog in with me, just so she doesn't get lonely downstairs. But she is quite a antisocial dog. Probably takes after me quite a lot. Which is the direction we need to go? I think this... Is it this way? I'm going to assume it's this way, even though it looked like we came through this way. This way? No, it's not this way. I was right, we did come this way. Shit. My navigation skills are absolutely awful. Okay, yeah, I'm assuming that the settler trophy, if you just had a guide up, it would probably be pretty easy to like follow and complete. Just kind of long, I guess. So from what I recall as well, this dungeon in this game is quite long-winded. It is pretty pretty long. Oh. Alright, these are some serious enemies. Wow, these almost feel like bosses with the amount of damage that sponging. Well, I do have to do one thing. Do have to let the little dog out. She doesn't want to be in here. Hello. Hey, wanna go out? See? Say hello. Hello. Honey. You wanna come back in? Such a strange little dog. She just wanted to. I think she just wanted to see what was maybe happening. Maybe she could hear something. But she just ran to the landing, and on our landing there's kind of a just like a little like first step, and then it's up to the landing, and her little head was just like on that, but like over the step, just looking at me. I'm like, you wanted to leave. Oh, that done me for a lot. Right, let's target this lower one. No, okay, we're just gonna go for the. Oh, sugar. Oh, oof. Ah, I keep messing up the. I keep meaning to switch back to toggle, but I always end up using a high potion when I don't want to. Okay, this is good. This should give my health a nice little boost. Let's use this combo. Nice. Okay. Come on, they're almost done. Let's not get hit by any of these attacks. Let's target this one in the corner. Dodge. Dodge. Oh, I pressed the dodge button. Are you serious? Are you serious right now? Oof. 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 Good thing we had our rock dodge there. Oof. Are we done?
Does any of this make sense to you?
Oh, now that was tough. I'm really excited for next week's streaming. I'm going to cut down the amount of streams just to edit. Likewise, with this stream, I think I said I was going to go until 3 p.m., but I'm probably going to call it at like maybe 1:30, because I think then we would have had 2 hours of streaming goodness. Just because I'm very locked in with editing right now. Being in the editing gulag, I'm at a very good point, and I hope to have this big video that I'm working on out by next Friday, because I'm sort of off. I say off. I won't be sort of available to edit next weekend, which is like a big loss of time. So I'm just going to try and grind this out over this weekend, and then hopefully I can just add finishing touches to the sort of video throughout the week, just like music and just adding little sort of things like that, like images and stuff. Because I think it's probably good to add sort of, is it like an overlay when you just add like, I don't know, like the platinum sort of like picture and like PSN profile stuff. So I've neglected the video so far on that, but I just kind of wanted to get a first draft together in a way of it. But last night I finished up editing Alien Isolation, so like the platinum for that, which is super cool. And my plan for today, or sort of straight after the stream for like the next 2 hours, is to grind out, I think like it's like 4 or 5 games, but the size of them are probably just like the size of collectively like one big, like an Alien Isolation video. So yeah, I'm gonna grind that out, and then I've got Live Alive. Oh, that's gonna explode! Back up! Back up! Back up! Stop attacking! So yeah, I'm just looking at that script because I was doing more voiceovers after the stream last night, and I was looking at that script, and my voice was already a little bit croaky from streaming, and I was just like, yeah, this script is like 3 pages long, a stupid amount of words, like on, I don't know what the total word count is. I was just like, I need to be fair, it's going to be the same problem because I'm going to record it after the stream. Actually no, it'll be later this evening when I get to it. But yeah, I'm just going to leave this. Like I'm kind of scared to start editing Live Alive. Just, it is a gargantuan, is that the right word? It's a humongous section of the video. Just so much stuff there. But after that, that's like I've kind of broken up the video into milestones. So Alien Isolation was almost like the midway milestone. Live Alive is going to be like my 75% milestone in editing, and that's probably going to be like it's almost like the bit I'm dreading in a way. So once I've done that, it's kind of almost plain sailing. I do have some other big games, but it's nowhere near as bad as the task at hand. This fight's going to be interesting. Yeah, man, you need to free up some time and play Alien Isolation. When I said at the start of stream, if you have a backlog and you can stream games, there's probably the best time to work through your backlog. It's almost like it's almost like a cheat code in a way, because you're putting down like 2 to 3 hours, like however long you want to stream. You're putting in a solid amount of time to play a game, whereas like, for instance, I probably wouldn't sit down and play this game for 16 hours just purely because I've already done it and I don't care about New Game Plus. Like, I would get to it eventually, but it is sort of like the eventually, because I've got RoboCop to play. I think I brought that back in January, still not played it. Really want to play that. I've got the new, I've got a Demon Slayer game that I'm going to be streaming next week, which I picked up like 2 days ago. So yeah, there's so many games, like the Lego Marvel game. I've got is it We Are Here or something? got that to play that I'm looking forward to playing. I think on PlayStation Plus as well, in the catalogue this month, they've got Deliver Us to Mars, which I'm going to assume is a sequel to the game Deliver Us to the Moon, which I just thought was a really fun game. Like, it looked beautiful. So assuming it follows a similar format to that, I'm probably going to try and download that and get the platinum for that, like just offline. So really enjoyed the first one. Like, so many games, so little time. But yeah, just being on stream is a good way to sort of get through them. For me at least, anyway. It just takes it just gives a bit more interaction, I guess, to the kind of boring grind sometimes. It would be pretty sick if they made a, just how, I think it's Sega that made Alien Isolation. It would be pretty sick if they made a Predator game, like kind of similar in a way. I'm surprised like they haven't. I know there has been like a Predator game, but wasn't that a live service one? Am I right in thinking that? I don't know how well you'd be able to form a Predator story game, but I guess that's for executives to figure out and story writers. I'm not a guy that tries to do YouTube. Yeah, like I don't know what the mechanic's actually called in Alien Isolation, but I'm just gonna call it the string mechanic of how like the AI follows you. Like that mechanic, I talked about it briefly in the video, but I'm just like, I can't believe no games haven't tried to implement this. I think Sega probably patterned the idea, a bit like Shadow of Mordor with their Nemesis system. But I'm just like, this is such a great AI tool of how the alien tethers to you and like learns your patterns. Like, it's really, really good. I'm like, maybe they have used it in other games I'm just not aware of, but I just thought this is good. Like, you need to use this more often. Oh, you're in the editing gulag as well. Yeah, I feel you. Feel you, buddy. How are they going? Are you close to release on one of them at least? Because I feel like you're cooking up some heat. You're cooking up some bangers on the way. Yeah, I think that Predator game as well. I think this is the right trophy I'm thinking of. I was watching somebody's trophy list and they were talking about a Predator game, and there was an achievement where you need to travel 100 kilometers. Yes, 100 kilometers in the trees only, which is just like such a grindy like task to do. Apparently you can rubber band it in the trees according to somebody, but yeah, I was just like, platinum wise as well, the game seemed terrible. Alien has two brains, one that knows where you are and the other that doesn't but gets fed hints. Yeah, it's something like that. I think as well, I've seen somebody describe it like you have a string connected to you and connected to the alien, so that's probably, I guess, the two brain thing. But it does, like, I'm pretty sure it does pick up on your habit, so especially on nightmare mode, I think, where it's obviously a lot harder and it will just find you a lot quicker. If you go into, like, if you hide under desks, if you hide in like the lockers and stuff, if you keep doing it over and over, like, the game learns it and will just, or like, you could go into it thinking you're safe, but it'll just rip you out of it. So it is pretty cool. Oh, you're not even done with the script yet. Ah. How long's the sort of an estimated time of the video length? How long do you think the video will be, kind of in your mind, sort of like brainstorming? Because hopefully the scripting won't take too long, hopefully. Again, it just depends on the size of it all, I guess. And all of the videos will be bangers. I know it.
Look out! There's more of them.
A fool like the rest. There, boy.
This dungeon is so long. Oh my goodness. I'm just trying to get these bombs to like low health so they explode. Oh, they don't actually do... I thought they'd do like radius damage. Okay, a nice decent length video. I remember the days of making short videos where the scripts were a lot quicker. Yeah, man. Hopefully that's the case. Hopefully it pulls people in. It's similar. I know I've said to you, and you know the big project I'm working on, but I keep searching into YouTube to see if anybody's posted the idea yet, and I'm just like, I was telling my mum about this actually. There's a story of Michael Jackson when he like wakes up in the middle of the night and he calls his like music producer or like whoever edits his tracks or whatnot, and he's like, yeah, like we need to go into the studio right now. I've got like the best idea for a song. Like we need to do it. And he's like, I need to record it right now because if I don't, Prince is gonna do it. Because they were like, him and Prince were like really competitive at the time. Kind of like a little bit of beef, I think, but also like musically as well. They were competing for like obviously #1 spots. And like he went to the studio and like recorded the song, and I don't know what song it was, but it performed really well. Like it hit like top 4 or #1 or some shit. And that's how I kind of feel with this video. I'm like, when it came to me like in the middle of the night, I was like, yeah, I need to do this. I need to do this. This video is going to bang. Like it's going to work. I need to be the first one to do it. So it's quite stressful because I'm just worried that someone else may do it. But I don't know. I've cemented that I've been working on it for a long time. So hopefully nobody does it between now and next week.
Seems the feelings. Over here. You know what to do.
Another boss fight. Nice. Dodge, dodge. Okay or not. Oh, I'll tell you what, we're not doing much damage to this boy, big boy. I was gonna say as well, for this upcoming video, I kind of like need to jump into like a Discord and ask for advice, but I don't want to ask for the advice until the video is like pretty much cooked and ready to go, so obviously nobody else takes the idea, because I'm really stuck on like what to... I think I've probably worked out the title for the video. I've got like 2 in mind, but I think I'll just keep it simple. But then like in terms of thumbnail, I have no fucking idea like what to do for a thumbnail. I'm just like, how do you even do a thumbnail for that? So I need to seek some advice from the YouTubers Discord, I think. But as well, like I think the video is sitting at like 50 minutes, and I've still got quite a few games to go, so I'm gonna try and keep the video at like the 1 hour 30 mark, which could provide difficult. Like Live Alive is gonna be quite a big section, I think. So it's definitely going to add to the video time. Because yeah, I think another question I have is, I may put out another poll on Twitter, because that's where I've kind of done my research for how long a video should be. But I don't know whether to release a video in 1 or 2 parts. I feel that as a smaller content creator, it's probably easier to house your video just as one long video. Whereas I feel like if if you had 1 million subscribers, you have the ability to split a video up into 2 parts and kind of almost gather hype in a way, because people are going to want to see part 2 regardless. I know, like, if I watched a banger video from a smaller content creator and they're like, oh yeah, you have to wait for part 2, I'd be absolutely like, you can't do this to me. Yeah, man, that's the thing as well, like, it, it's not really sort of discussed a lot, but like, oh no. Get, I need to attack, I need to attack, I need to attack. Oh, this is going to hit me. I'm not going to destroy this elf. I don't even know if we're going to... Nah, it's going to do the attack, I'm sure of it. Let's just take a potion to be safe. Yeah, this is the thing, like, with full-time content creators and also people that aren't working as much, like, they can pump through content so quickly, and it is really difficult when you're in full-time work. Oh, nice. Didn't get the attack off. It is really difficult to sort of, it's almost like managing 2 jobs in a way. Like, I'll finish work and then I'll like go to the gym, eat and stuff, and I'll either come on to stream or like start editing and stuff, which I'm really enjoying because it's something to look forward to after sort of working, which is probably quite boring. It's like the fun work, you know. Yeah, it's really difficult to sort of get things out as much as you'd want in comparison to people that have more time. Yeah, I think that's the plan. I think by mid next week I'm just gonna have like the video ready to go, sort of premiere it on a Friday, because I like doing that on a Friday, and that gives me just a few days to work on a thumbnail and kind of brainstorm, I guess. Yeah, I hear it. This is the thing though, like, maybe it's just my perspective. I know like everybody's sort of different in a way with viewers. I'm still yet to find kind of the best video that bangs for me yet. I think that the most recent success is like the Tekken video, which I think was only like 12 minutes long. So I think the shorter form content for me works quite well. But I do also like long form content, and that's just me personally. Like I said on stream last night, I like nothing more than going to bed and just having like a fat video, like an hour, maybe 1 to 2 hours in that mark, to just sit and like wind down and chill to. So it's almost like I'm making the video for me, like for the audience of myself, sort of thing, which I know is there because I'm part of that demographic. So hopefully it gets picked up by those people. But then as well, like you can watch like a video over an hour at any time. But yeah, it is a big commitment for new people to the channel to come in and click on the video. That's why, like at the start of the video, it's very like I've worked on subtitles as well. So it's kind of, I'm hoping to almost hook people in with the intro by having it very like upbeat and almost structured like a short 10-minute video. Then I'm hoping once they get through it, they just stick on. That's the plan. Yeah, no, I'll tell you what, it is really tricky trying to like juggle like this, and then also if you want to play with friends and stuff. I say luckily, I normally, excuse me, I normally play pro clubs with my friends in like the evenings from like, I don't know, anywhere between 9 and 10 to like midnight, which would sort of, oh, just kick my console, which would actually fall like after stream. But when it's like editing, like I'll just jump straight into editing. So it's like we've reached the max division, like the top spot in pro clubs this season. So we're just waiting for the playoffs, which is like, I don't know, next week or the week after. So you don't actually get rewarded for playing the game once you reach the top. Like there's no challenge. So we've not actually jumped on. So it's kind of worked in my favour in a way, just the way that FIFA is at the minute. But I could imagine it'd be quite difficult trying to juggle a stream, trying to juggle editing and then also playing. But it's working so far.
Says the same thing. We're the
Yeah, so we've got subtitles on the intro only, just because yeah, that's where it works. The first sort of what 30 seconds to a minute, it kind of gives it the effect that this video is well produced. I think that anyway. If you've got subtitles, music in the background, yeah, got a little bit of the Mozart, da, 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 da. Always catchy. I know Snam uses that one a fair amount, and probably some other people. And then yeah, a couple of memes in there. I think I did like the trailer. Admittedly, it was a really short trailer because if I went any further with the trailer I gave on Twitter, it would have spoiled the video. What way do I need to go? It's probably down those stairs, right? Yeah, so I've ticked all of those boxes. The one thing that I'm gonna not struggle to do, but I just need to find the right music. I feel like that's where my videos lack almost sometimes, just having the right music in the background. So I go for like the more, probably because it's easier, which is almost a bit of a cop out, but I go for like the longer songs that are just like really chill and sort of like zen in the background. Whereas I don't know, maybe if I was creating like short 10-minute videos, I could experiment with using more upbeat music potentially. But it's just finding it, you know. I use the YouTube Studio because it's the best way, or one of the best ways, not to get striked. I know you can use like in-game sounds, so I actually use some of the tracks from Undertale in my upcoming video, because you can like use that essentially without having the copyright strikes. Yeah, I just need to find some. Like, I know a lot of games that have good OSTs. And as well, I can't believe last night that I worked out for myself on stream that OST means the original soundtrack. I don't know why, it just clicked in my head, but I was like, that makes a lot of sense. Oh, we literally just had a boss. Oh wait, this isn't a boss in a way. It's actually criminally easy as well to add subtitles to videos, dependent on the software you use. Like, I've had to render parts of my videos, like the intro, and then take it into CapCut, and just did it in CapCut, and it was such an easy process. But for instance, I use iMovie to edit, and if I wanted to add subtitles in iMovie, you can only like add one sort of, you can have two like movie tracks, so like your video, then like another video on top, or a picture. So you've only got like two layers to work with, so you can't add a lot of subtitles or pictures. So you're kind of limited in that. And as well, the text in iMovie is quite shit. It like, I don't know, it comes like a PowerPoint slide transition. It looks really awful. So I'm glad that I watched a Midnight Man video, and he gave like tips on sort of good things to do and like best practice, and I am following a lot of them, but one of the things I wasn't was adding subtitles, and he's like, oh, just use CapCut, do this, and you're good to go. And I was like, thanks. Hopefully that takes me to the next level. Yeah, I'm just gonna need to download a bunch of tracks. Like, I feel like the Final Fantasy ones are good, Kingdom Hearts is good, Mass Effect I think has some really good soundtracks as well.
It would seem this place holds even more secrets than we thought.
Alright, we got two ways to go through. Assuming we're just gonna have to complete a little fight, yeah. The Undertaker. Insert WWE meme here. Last weekend I ended up watching, I'm not into wrestling one bit, but I actually ended up watching my first WrestleMania, or part of it anyway, and I tell you what, I'm probably going to offend a few people here. Like I understand it, like it was pretty cool. I'll give it to you, I'll give it to it, and I imagine if you're a kid watching it, it looks really real, but sort of as an adult watching it, it was just like, oh, like he's not even hit him. Like it was just almost comical in a way. But that was like a massive. It was like a. Is it? I don't know what it is when they have like the briefcases from the ceiling, and there's like 6 people in a ring, whatever that fight is called. But somebody I was watching it with was like, oh yeah, well, like they're not like the main fighters or like on the main roster, so like the it's not going to be choreographed very well. And it is quite hard to like make sure that like 10 people in a ring are all looking perfect, because then I've seen like other ones of like the main fighters and it looks a lot more believable. So I think I just caught one that looked a little bit dodgy, but it was entertaining. I'll give it to it. I didn't have the right channel growing up as a kid to watch like WWE, so like a lot of my like all of my friends are really into, I say really, like they liked it as a child, so they kind of keep in like touch with it a little bit now. And yeah, I just feel that by not watching it as a kid, you know, don't really care too much. But I feel like if I did watch it, I'd maybe be a bit more into it now, potentially. So I remember on my PSP, really weird memory that's just unlocked, but I had like WWE SmackDown versus Raw 2008. And like I loved the game, like it was such a sick game. Like I really enjoyed it, but I've obviously never really watched wrestling. Like if I went round to like my next door neighbour's house, at the time was also called Leon, which is pretty funny actually. um, like he would have like all of the wrestling figures and stuff, and like that's kind of how I learnt bits about it, but I never like properly got to watch it. Yeah, a funny story about my old next door neighbour was when we first moved into like my house, as like I think I must have been like 7 or 8. I like heard somebody calling like Leon, Leon, and I was like, like why is my mum calling me? So I went inside. I was like, oh, is you calling me? And she's like, no. And like it like I was almost going crazy for a little bit, or like a ghost, or like have you heard like the tale of like if you ever hear your name being called like from downstairs and there's no one in the house, it's like the devil or it's like a ghost trying to get you to go somewhere, which you should never do, by the way. So yeah, like I kept hearing my name being called, and I was like what? And then eventually, I don't know how it works. I think he must have been in the garden, and like they were like, "Oh, Leon, come in," and I was like, "Okay, that definitely isn't me." Like I can hear other kids like playing because he was with his sister, and then like the fences were like at the time. Before everyone had like these really tall fences that got put in by like councils and stuff, we had like really short fences that you could like actually look over. Like as a little kid, they were like you could see over it, you know. Obviously as an adult you'd probably be able to step over it now, but as a kid they were quite like medium-sized fences. Um, and yeah, I was just like, oh, my name's Leon. Your name's Leon too? Crazy. And that's how we became friends. Because as well, like, I feel like my name's kind of unique in a way. Like not many people are called it. So growing up in school, I think I was probably like when the kid actually went to my school as well. Then like we were like literally the only people with the same name in the entire school. Of like 500 kids. Yeah, I reckon if I had a few drinks, I'd probably enjoy watching like is it WrestleMania or just WWE in general. I think it'd be a lot more fun. But I think that the thing that I don't necessarily like about it is just how scripted it is in a way. And I know that it can change last minute. I think they used to like the director guy used to just change his mind like very last minute. But it's like if you, I think you can bet on WWE, right? Like if you was to bet on it,
Maybe not.
it just seems kind of weird that you're almost betting on something which is scripted and just fake, you know? But I mean, it shouldn't really take away from from the thing. That's just a silly point that I have. But yeah, I don't know, just the scripting of it. It'd be, I guess it has to be in order to pull off the things it does. But it would be a lot sicker if I don't know, it's just like you're just like, oh yeah, fight. Like whatever happens, happens. Obviously, try not to kill each other, but
And look what's
somebody's got to win.
How old do you suppose this is? 1,000 years? More?
I don't know. I've never seen anything like it before.
Oh, we love to see it. Newcastle are 2-0 up against Tottenham. Beautiful. And Isaac has scored. My boy, my captain for this week. Love to see it. You hated each other in school. Was this primary school or was it like secondary school? Because that sounds like I don't know what kind of hatred you'd have. It sounds more like a primary school thing, no? But that is quite jokes. Being mortal enemies due to having the same name but spelled differently. I think as well at that point it's kind of like you can get into like the flex of who has the better name. Because I was gonna say like I know that you can spell. Oh goodness. Obviously I know that you can spell Chris a multitude of ways, but seeing it spelled with a K is like very different. Like, is that the? I'd say like spelling Chris with a K is like potentially like a female version maybe. I mean I could be wrong. I know that names are kind of genderless in a way, but if I was to see like a Chris with a K, I'd kind of like think that like this could be potentially like a woman, like maybe shorten down like the name. Yeah, primary school. Yeah, that makes sense. I mean, it's still a valid argument to have even in secondary school, to be fair. What a block. So what we're fighting right now is, I believe this is our summon and we're kind of like in a dream, like battling against ourselves. Like inner self, I guess, in a dream. I mean, after this boss fight, we'll probably turn into the summon itself. And I gave a great explanation last night on stream. It's like Transformers, okay? You can be a human, but also transform into one of these godlike things. There's probably other things, but Transformers felt like it was the right thing to compare it to. Oof, that done a lot of damage. Alright, let's try and get some health back up. As I said, obviously there's game audio in the background, but I can't hear it too much just because the way I've set my system up, weirdly enough. But I can just about like hear it. But hopefully you can kind of hear the mute, like the battle music in the background. Like it's just really, it's almost relaxing in a way. It's very good. I do enjoy the music to this game. To the fact that one of the songs, they've not released all of the music onto Spotify for this game, but yeah, you can hear the music a bit more now that there's no fighting. There's one song called My Lady, which is like this really beautiful piano piece. It's only like a minute and 30, but I was just banging it out on Spotify. And do you know when you get your like end of year wrapped last year? And bearing in mind, I picked this game up at the back end of last year, maybe like October. So I only kind of discovered the song within like the last 2 months really to like have to start listening to it for my Spotify wraps. And it made like my top 4, like a minute and a half song from this game, made my Spotify Wraps, and I was like, do you know what? It is a beautiful song. I just sit there and listen to the piano, just like on repeat when I was trying to do something creative. Kind of got the creative juices flowing. But that's a Transformer beat. Doesn't this game just look good? It looks so good.
You deny it, even when the truth's staring right at you. Come on, Clive. Face your fears.
I'm also inclined to think that we're gonna, with all of this boss shenanigans going on, we're gonna hit a kind of really good, don't want to say stopping point, so it'll probably go on for a little bit, but I will look to switch over to GTA in a bit, if we get through this section, because he is proving to be quite a toughie. I mean, you are fighting yourself, so I would expect nothing less for it to be a challenge. But yeah, I think the plan just to end stream on within like probably the next hour or so is I'll just go onto GTA and try to get the survival trophy. I think I can probably kind of load in a couple of races as well in the hopes I beat some randomers in the racing. But yeah, that's what I'll probably just close out stream with. Okay, hopefully we can do a lot of damage. Oh, we're not even doing that much. We only done 19k in that stagger and it didn't even take the health down. Do you know sometimes like when you're fighting a boss, I almost feel like you are meant to lose it. I don't think this is the case, but like at the end of Crisis Core, for instance, like when you've got all of those soldiers sort of firing at you, it's like inevitable. Like you have to lose the battle anyway, one way or another. Like it's impossible to win. Like, I think there's probably more games out there like that. My man's gone Super Saiyan. Super Saiyan God. Is it God? The first one? The red one?
I see. You'd have me learn by example.
I think it's only fair that we get a bit of a power up now. I do apologise, chatters. I'm very locked in at the minute. Very locked in. Are there any exciting weekend plans going on for people? I know tonight I've been sort of invited out to a family friend's like birthday and drinks, and I'm really tempted to go, but I just also really just want to lock in with video editing, which is such a nerdy thing to say. Not even nerdy, just Just go outside and touch grass is like what I'm saying to myself. But at the same time, I'm just like, I need to edit. I think if I can get like, I think it's 5 mini videos edited before like the time comes to go out and also go for a run. I think I may go out for a little bit, just to take a break, and then when I come back, I'll have like live to do. Should probably record the voiceover for that before I potentially maybe have some alcohol if I decide to drink. Can't be slurring my words on a voiceover. Also, editing would probably be an interesting experience, slightly inebriated. I'll probably just wake up the next day, either like having my entire project deleted because I hit delete, or or I'll just wake up and be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever seen, why didn't I think of this? Or I'll be like, what the fuck was I thinking? What have I done? It's kind of a case study I'm interested to see, actually. Ah, yeah, UFC 300 tonight. One of my best mates was talking about that. He sent it into like our group chat, the like poster that they used for it, and they were like, he was like, this is a $1 billion company, and it's probably taken them like 20 minutes to edit like a default like Adobe stock like flag and text. And I was like, I mean, I hear his point of like it may look quick and like low budget, but it didn't look bad. But I think he was expecting more flashiness for it being UFC 300. Who do you think's, maybe 2 questions here. Who do you think's gonna win, and who do you want to win? Sort of, I guess, the main cards. So I think I may be right in thinking there's a lot of good fights on tonight. It should be a good one. But isn't the main event on at like 6 AM though, or something like that? Like my friend was saying. I'll probably have to like go to bed for a bit and then wake up early and watch it. Are you gonna be, Stromo, are you gonna be watching UFC 300 like at home, or are you gonna be going out to like a sports bar or something, or like a friend's? Yeah, that's like he forwarded the video into like our group chat of it. Like it's like 20-second video, right, of like this golden flag. I mean, like it didn't look bad, but I can understand why people are like fuming at it, because it is probably, they could probably do a little bit more. I don't really know what the normal posters look like though. I kind of like tentatively follow it, and I only really dip in when it's like a really, really big fight. But like, what is it like? Would it be like a match day poster for like football? Like, would they just edit some of like the fighters onto like the poster maybe? Is that what normally happens, or is that like what people would want? Alright, we just accepted the truth chat.
Show yourself, Ifrit.
Just into beat Max. So we're at the point in the game where it doesn't help that I've been skipping cutscenes, but there's obviously like people can have these summons and whatnot, and I'm really confused why they didn't do the flashback scene, but essentially you had a younger brother that is called like the Dominant, and essentially he's like the strongest bloodline in the family, or meant to be, and he like inherits like the summons, like the big powers. So the one that he gets or is meant to have is like a phoenix. Uh, so you the protagonist here, Clive, you act as his like protector, because he's obviously like this valuable sort of noble person with this magical power. And then sort of in the past couple of streams we've seen that um, we've also had this power where we turn into a freak, which is like this massive, like what we started this boss fight, like fighting. So that's like us, but you kind of like black out, so you don't really remember what happens, and you kind of also don't want to believe that you have this power because it should have been your brother, who you think is also dead at this point. So this is kind of like the first big story turning moment of where you accept you're learning to accept your powers. So this is all like a battle in his brain, I'm pretty sure. Oh, you're gonna stay in and drink. Sounds like a good plan, mate.
Enough.
Yeah, I don't know how people would go out and watch UFC like in a bar. I've been out to watch a couple of like the like boxing fights, so like an AJ fight. I would like go out and watch because like he's from the same area as me, so it's kind of like the local support in a way. But like even then, like at least with boxing in the UK or Saudi, it's normally on at like what, like 10 p.m. It's like a reasonable time, so you're probably in home in bed by 12. But yeah, I wouldn't be able to stay up in a club or wherever you are watching UFC. That's a bit nuts. Definitely at home, because if you fall asleep, you fall asleep. You wake up and it's probably the next fight. Okay, they normally put the top 3 fights on the poster. Okay, so yeah, I'm in agreement then. Like that is really shit of them just to do a flag. They probably got the intern to do it or something. How sick is that? Straight into a cutscene as well. How sick is this game? I love the music as well, like the da 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 da. Obviously, they've just done it like a bit more classical. Feel that this is a big cutscene, so we'll keep this one going, I think. So yeah, as you can imagine, kind of like in royal families, sort of Clive is always like almost pushed to the side because he doesn't like people think that he's not meant to inherit these powers, and like a lot of the story as well that you'll discover is that his
Are you all right?
I think his dad dies, but it's all from like the mum. Like the mum is actually quite evil. It's like very Game of Thronesy. Like, is it Cersei? Like the woman in Game of Thrones that's just like pretty much like the boss and just orchestrates everything. Like the mum in this kind of gives me that vibe of like betraying families because she goes and like marries a different king or something, or somebody with the like the summons, the like dominant powers. The mum sort of stages like an entire war, like has like like the guy you're playing as is meant to be killed as well by the mum or like the army she's hired, and like the mum starts or tries to have a child with another person with powers essentially. So I'm pretty sure we'll end up seeing that towards the end of the game because it's quite a cool character that's from this other royal family. And it's like you kind of start off as enemies, but then you make friends because he's cool, you're cool.
Clive, are you sure you're all right? Whatever it is,
Vodka Red Bulls in your step for the fight. Do you know what? I don't think I definitely have had a vodka Red Bull, but I've not had them like enough. I feel like I've maybe like at uni because they were like always on sale. I think I may have just had like
From it ever since.
one or two. It's a drink that I've never really had a lot of.
But now I
I'm
know
assuming they're nice,
who I really am.
and as well you'll probably stay up, which is also good news.
The second icon of fire, who killed my brother and burned this castle to the ground, was me. Ifrit.
Clive.
So this was the castle that you
So many lives that night.
grew up in as a child, and I know I said a few streams ago that there was like the flashback tutorial thing, which this obviously skipped, but that shows you like your castle burning, like your house burning, a war starting, and your brother ultimately dying. So Clive has just discovered that it was him that sort of lost control of everything and done that.
What does he want? I need to know. And since I'm still breathing,
And you wouldn't guess it,
might
but
as well make myself useful.
the guy with the hood is his brother. If you didn't guess that already,
We'll find your
pretty obvious,
answers
but
together.
yeah,
I
sort of
want to learn the truth too.
from like the first 5 hours of playing, this is probably where the story
There'll
starts
be time
actually
enough for
like
atonement when we're done.
picking up properly and like starting to piece together to make sense.
You'd say that. I don't think
Obviously,
I could
watching the
do this
cutscenes as well would be a great help, opposed to me just skipping them and talking over them. But
when we were young, and you haven't changed a bit.
anyway, I feel like I surmised it quite well there. So I always skip this cutscene, but this dude here, he has a summon power called the Titan, so he turns into a massive rock. Um, he'll be the next major boss we fight and like obtain his power in a way. uh,
Next.
music from the club still pounding, heart rate through the roof. What a way to go to sleep, mate. What a way to go to sleep.
Though she may be loath to leave, I can't help
That,
thinking she'd be safe
yeah.
with Sid too.
I find that like a lot of the time when I go out drinking, like it does ruin my sleeping pattern. Like it really does disrupt it. And I'm not even drinking Red Bull, so I can only imagine what the Red Bull does to you. Like you were drinking it all last night. Was you out in the club, out in the town?
Torgal, what is it?
Nothing good, I'll wager. Come on.
Man, I love the dog in this game. So cool. So if I ever get another pet, it'll be called Torgal. Such a cold name as well. Oh, need to press R2. Oh no, the village. The bad people, no.
What happened here?
I can't believe how brutal it was as well, like back in the day when people would invade like villages and stuff. It's fucking crazy, man. Like I'm watching Vinland Saga at the moment, and it's just obviously like, is it the Vikings that are coming over from like Denmark and shit? Like just seeing them, oh, I can't upgrade one in combat, fine. Like just seeing them go into villages, completely destroy them and kill everything. I was just like, oh my word, like this is crazy. Like they're almost just doing it for fun at this point. I mean, it's probably no different to the wars going on now around the world as well. They just use machine guns, whereas back in the day they used swords. It's not good. Not good at all. Ah, okay, I see. I got you. Just a little pick me up. Do you know what I'd love to try? I know you can get them in like real life. It's like, do you know like the Black Ops zombies like perks? You can kind of get like real life drinks of them. I think it'd be so fun just to have a couple of drinks of them. Because I don't know what it is. Dempsey says when he takes one of them, he's like, a little pick me up or something. I don't know what. It may be quick revive, I think. Or Juggernaut. I think it's quick revive, but yeah, it'd be super fun to drink with zombie perks. Yeah, drinking till 4 to 5 in the morning. Yeah, I think for me, it started like till 4 to 5, then it went like 2 to 3, and now I'm probably like, yeah, when it gets to like midnight, I'm like, can we wrap this up? And probably next year I'll be like, yeah, 11 o'clock's good enough. Let's go, please. It's just like for me, perspectives change, and I was just like, I just can't be bothered anymore. It's the same shit, same annoying people every week.
Thought you could escape us, did you, Branded? You were born a slave, and you'll die one. Sick of Toggle. There, boy.
Ah, yeah, so this is also one of the big things as well in regards to the main protagonist. He's got like a branding on his face. So there's a lot of people in this world that have these marks, and essentially it's like a slave mark in a way. So they're seen like deemed a lower class than pretty much everyone that's not royal. So they get like treated really badly. So it's nice to have your protagonist sort of like fighting for the sort of just sort of normal people, you know. Giving a middle finger to the people in charge, despite also being of like a noble bloodline. Right, the Clive is just such a good protagonist. I love him. So we're gonna slay the soldiers attacking Eastpool. Probably get like another cutscene or something to round out this almost chapter. I don't know if there's chapters in this game. And then we'll just play some GTA 5 just to close off the stream for like the last half an hour or so. Yeah, like don't get me wrong, like I think impromptu nights out can actually be super fun, like the ones that you don't plan, like that just like happen. They're probably some of the funnest nights because like you do just generally let your hair down. It's just like random in a way. But yeah, definitely pub trips over the club. I'm in agreement with that. But like I find it's really funny. Like, I mean, I personally don't do it, but you see a lot of people that sort of go to pubs, and they'll. It depends on like where you go. Like a lot of people will probably end up like doing like potentially drugs in the pub, and it's just I find it so weird. It's like to me, I perceive like that as like a club activity, but it's like they don't go to the club so they can do it in the pub. It's just yeah, really. I find it quite funny sometimes. You'll just see like somebody just coked up in a pub, and I'm just like, brother, go to the club. This is a pub. But as well, like sometimes the pub may seem like a safer setting, but it can be just as dangerous as a club for getting like waved. It can also be quite crazy. Goodness, these are quite tanky individuals. Probably near the last kind of wave now though, hopefully. Jeez, that man just got yeeted. Can I get up here? There we go. Oh, I need to sneeze. Oh goodness.
Sick 'em, Torgal.
I always find pinching my nose stops me from sneezing. There we go, we should be done. Yeah, I need to make sure that I'm drinking on stream because it really like does your throat in after like speaking for so long. It was proper croaky.
All must burn. The bearers and those who sheltered them. By Empress Annibella's command.
Yeah, definitely. Some pubs are better to avoid than others. It's like you kind of know, like within my area at least, you know the pubs that are going to be just quiet pubs in a way, where you can like chill out and just have like a good time and a drink. And then other pubs are just, yeah, attract a certain crowd, which you probably want to avoid if you're not like on that particular evening. I mean, it's just like anywhere, ain't it?
You know what to do, boy.
Alright, let's get this person out.
My wounds, boy. A little help. My wounds, boy. Get him.
Goodness, this is a tanky individual. I mean, it makes sense because they are a big one, but... Right, let's get out of the way of that. Imagine how strong you must be to wield a weapon, a hammer that big. Like, that is honestly, like... I think the stick alone on that is taller than me. Imagine holding something bigger than you, lengthwise, and then also has something probably almost as heavy as you. I'd say what, that metal bit at the top of the hammer probably weighs a similar weight to that guy, probably if not more. And like, it is, some people like really struggle to like lift their own body weight and stuff, so it's quite impressive this geezer's slinging that around. But I really don't know why I'm giving a analysis on the body types of this enemy. But here we are, welcome to stream. I know, like it's impressive, right? This Imperial champion, we can give it to him. It's an impressive feat. It's a shame that he's gonna die, but there we go. Should be able to get him out. Come on. There we go. Nice. Area complete. Nice, 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 nice. Cool. So almost time for GTA 5. Man, this is so sad. Oh no.
Sorry, Lady Hannah. You deserved so much better.
That's kind of crazy. It's kind of our fault because we stopped through this little village as well.
Better than my mother.
Oh well, here's what it is. It's for the greater good, right? Anyway. Alright, back to the hideaway. Let's see what Sid has to say.
To Sid Solar, then. We have a lot to discuss.
Okay, abilities. We've got 2,000. Do I use that? No. Alright, it's for the greater good. Why can't we unlock that one? Oh wait, we can. Oh man, there's so many flipping. Oh. Oh man, Hot Fuzz is. What a great film. I do have, like, I mean, for me, Shaun of the Dead is number one. Always number one, and then Hot Fuzz for me. Wasn't really the biggest fan of World's End out of the Cornetto trilogy. Like, it was good, but just feel like the two prior were just a lot better.
This place is getting more crowded by the day.
But yeah, hopefully by playing this game through, we will unlock all of the abilities, because that's the thing that's stressing me out a bit, of just like the grind that may be needed. What a bit of architecture, by the way, chat. Fuck, that's beautiful.
And the lot.
Yeah, that's what I mean with like World's End. Like, it was okay, sort of thing, but it's like Shaun of the Dead, like fantastic. Like, fuck, it's so sick, just so sick. Like, especially like considering when it came out. Hot Fuzz as well, again, came out in that kind of era where it was looking really good for the time and doing interesting things. And then like World's End, when it came out, like I must have been like quite deep into senior school maybe. Um, so I was expecting it maybe to be a bit better than it was, you know, just because they've had the experience of making two sick films prior. They've probably got more budget and things like that. But yeah, just a bit dead.
Fine. It sounds like that.
Go if you and if it.
I would really love to see like another film from Simon Pegg, Nick Frost, and Edgar Wright, because they do some good shit together. Like as well,
Letter won't last very long.
people remember the film Paul, like with the alien.
As soon as I can.
I thought that was like a really funny film as well, and like, I'm quite scared of aliens in all honesty.
So what? The... You're rubbing me blind.
Okay, nice, nice.
All right.
Spoken to her.
I heard Otto
I'm just doing all of this like
is-
really quick stuff, so when we like, if I do jump into another stream on this game, it'll be quite easy. I'll probably just play it offline though for a little bit.
Stick with the checkpoint.
Because
That's right.
we're gonna be playing this next week, Demon Slayer, and also Deadpool, and also an adult game called Hentai vs Evil. I want to do like a video, platinuming adult games or inappropriate games. I've already done Waifu Impact, so I thought that'd be another fun one to do. Oh, you've never watched Paul? Oh my goodness. To be fair, when I watched it, I was like a stupid little teenager, so it probably like was a lot more funnier to me. But even as an adult, like I still think it's quite good. I've not watched it in some time myself, but it's got is it Seth Rogen, right? Is that the right Seth? Like the funny guy that just smokes weed. Like he's the voice actor for the alien, which is just so funny.
Where are you? Is everything? I'm what Wiley. The highway.
Oh, don't tell me the game's banned. What? No way. No way, it can't be. I hope it's not. Yeah, Seth Rogen, that's the right guy. Yeah, he does the voice acting for the alien. It's got quite a stacked staff when you look back at it. Like one of the like FBI agents is it Jason Bateman? The guy that's in Ozark, like the main guy in Ozark. If you've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, I'm pretty sure that Charles Boyle is also one of like the sort of federal agent people in that as well. So yeah, it's quite a stacked movie cast, and obviously it was before like a lot of these guys were like a bit more mainstream as well. Okay, cool. We've got a lot of side quests to chug through, which is going to be a ball ache, but we need to get all of these abilities, and there's just so many. We're going to save up and move on to GTA. And as well, just look how I just love these little animations of the little pixel arts. They're just so sick. I say it every single time on stream when I see it, but I just love them. Okay, that's the game saved. Let's close down. Yeah, rescue anime girls from hordes of demons and zombies. It can't be. It can't be that bad, right? I get a way of showing this woman's bikini. To be fair, when I've googled it on YouTube, a couple of the look at that startup time chat. That is sensational. Better than GTA 4. So yeah, some of the people have like blurred out the thumbnail, so it may actually be. You may be right, Castroma. It may be a bit too inappropriate to stream. I don't know. It's like I'd say it's no worse than Waifu Impact, and I didn't get. Nothing happened to the streams there. Like it's just the sort of the most dangerous thing about the hentai versus evil game is that like you can't see. I think it depends on the outfit, but you can't really see any boobs. Um, you can just kind of see like part of the pants, like upskirt from the video I was just watching. I don't know. I think as a stream, it's I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what happens to the stream, and then obviously if the video, if that gets pulled, then obviously a video wouldn't be possible. But it's worth doing. Yeah, I mean, seeing somebody's pecker, mate, is that is quite graphic. Even if Outlast is a little bit of a blurry game nowadays. Does it just tell you to? Does it just pull the video straight away, or does it give you like an opportunity to like cut it out? Oh shit, you can see full breast on character selection. Oh, okay, that's not good. Whoops. Maybe it's a game I record offline and then I just capture the right moments that um don't show boobs. And I guess I could probably censor something if it's that bad. I don't know. I'm gonna see. I'm gonna see with it. I think it'd be um an interesting little thing to do to unlisted and told you to blur it. Yeah, to be fair, I'd assume that it's probably a bit worse. Or not worse, but probably more on it now in 2024. But then again, like, how does YouTube? I'm assuming it's probably like an AI or algorithm tool that probably reviews everybody's videos before they go up, I'm guessing, and then like flags it, and then maybe it sends it to somebody to manually review. So I'm just thinking, like, how how would somebody see my video unless it had like millions of views? Yeah, what I also have the power to do when streaming is I can just put on another scene as well. So if like there is a bit of like a dodgy character selection, I can always just like hide screen really quickly and just wait for it to become appropriate. Don't know. I guess it'll be an interesting stream when I do stream it because it is probably gonna just like fail. So yeah. Destroyer, you may know that when we done this, I kept getting like shot and stuff, and like I end up like slipping off sometimes. And I think I mentioned a bit earlier, it happened to me on round 8. So hopefully it doesn't happen this time. Like this is where it's definitely easy. I say easy to do on solo. Like it's solo able, but it is like really helpful as well just to have a teammate there just in case something messes up. Because for me it does sometimes. Hentai in the title. Hey man, I'm all about expanding the demographic, you know? Everybody's welcome. So yeah, at certain points on this wall, you do actually start slipping off, which is kind of like the dangerous bit about it. Yeah, I think I've not actually booted the game up yet. I was watching somebody's... I'm gonna have to jump down for this guy. I was watching somebody's platinum... They were reviewing a platinum list of somebody else, I think. Something to do with a platinum list, and that game came up, and they were talking about it, and they were like, "Oh, it's kind of like shovel. It's all like it's kind of shovelware, but it's actually meant to be like a really well-made game and looks really good." So I was like, "Okay, like sick. Like it sounds decent," and it kind of just interested me because I've obviously done waifu impacts, but it's just not enough for a video there, I don't think. So I was thinking, oh, if I do like two, and then maybe if there's a third one, I could do like a couple in a video. Because I know like videos like that perform quite well. Like I played 10 of the like something games, or I played all of the something games, you know. But yeah, I've not booted it up myself, so I may just have to jump on offline just to do a quick sense check maybe. That'd probably be the smartest thing to do. Yeah, I'm really excited. I've got a lot of good ideas at the minute. But like, obviously the adult one could be subject to YouTube, so I need to like obviously follow the regulations there. But what I'm thinking of doing is just changing my platinum approach, and instead of I keep jumping down by accident. Instead of like, I feel like other people make platinum videos a lot better than me in the sense of like they're really good at telling like the story narrative. They've got like just everything perfect, but I don't really enjoy going back through footage and like putting together the story because it's already there. So I'm thinking as a series, and it's kind of alluded to in like the Walking Dead Destinies video at the end where I've done like a bit of a platinum review, is I'm just going to be like, is X platinum worth it sort of thing, and just provide like the general outcome of any other platinum video, but then also just give my thoughts at the end and if I think it's worth getting the platinum. So I'd say that I'm still, as much as I love playing games and stuff, I guess I'm probably considered quite casual in like the amount of games I play. Like I don't really play anything too difficult, you know. Like I'm not interested in Super Meat Boy and shit like that, and like that's just not my bag. I wouldn't find it fun. So I'd say like I'm a very, can you say normal gamer? Sort of like your average Joe kind of gamer. In the sense of where I probably just play titles that everyone does, or they may consider playing a title. So I think it'd just be nice to give kind of like a very honest, realistic review of like a platinum. And be like, yeah, you can do it. If I could do it, you could do it, you know? Yeah, I think as well it's a really good idea. Like I really enjoyed the Fight Night Challenge video, mate. And as well, it's obviously the challenge itself can be quite challenging, but content-wise, it's probably like one of the easier things to like get, which is good as well. The unexceptional gamer. Is that already a guy on YouTube that I need to... Have I just taken his content? Never heard of them before. Right, I'm just gonna have to jump down, I think. The fact that that hasn't hit is absolutely criminal. Oh shit. Oh, I knew I was gonna die there as well, just watching my health check. Fucking hell, man, that is... Like, one, I don't understand how the homing missile didn't hit, and then two, you're just kind of fucked when it doesn't spawn in front of you.
All the drugs, all the booze, roll me out from
Ah,
under
okay, a
the car.
guy in COD
It's
back in the
time to
day did
play.
30 and 0. Yeah, I mean, yeah. If anyone can do it, you know, because 30 and 0, as somebody who plays COD, isn't like that hard to do, but it is kind of difficult at the same time. So it's like, yeah, like anyone can do it, sort of thing. If I can, you can. Which I really just like that kind of mindset. And as well, I don't think, to my knowledge anyway, I've not really seen that on YouTube yet. So, because like with the like Demon Slayer game, there's not many 2 platinum videos on it. So I think as well, you need to make a game that's obviously like very much in the niche, you know, if you're gonna do a full-on platinum video. But like I've done videos for, or videos that I'm gonna release sort of in the background, as they've already been made in as part of the bigger project, is like I've got Alien Isolation, I've got High on Life, you know, I've got these games that have been covered months ago. And while I think it's good, like The Walking Dead has done quite well, I think anyway, so far, of performing months after release. So that could be a factor, but then... Damn it. I also think, like, obviously everybody's seen these platinum videos already and know the story. So I kind of gloss over the story in it, because that's probably the least thing I like doing in a video editing, is talking about the story, because people probably already know it. They're just talking about the journey itself. You platinum these banned games. Oof, I would click on that video. Permission to potentially use the title. But yeah, that is... I need to, after I think my plan of action is upload
Fuck, let's go!
big project video. After that has been done, because I've already edited multiple videos in it, I'm going to take those videos, re-edit them slightly, so the Walking Dead Destinies you can expect in the big project, I've kind of redone that. I've re-recorded that video slightly to sort of upload it as its own YouTube. So I'm just going to rework aspects. I'm going to have that for like maybe like 6 or 7 games. So I've already guaranteed like 6 or 7 videos that are already done, so I can just sort of do them and schedule them accordingly, which is good, meaning that there's plenty of backlog and videos to go onto the channel as well, which hopefully will draw in viewers as well. So if they see like a fairly short video, they could click on it and then they could see, oh, he's platinumed, you know, X here, let me go and watch that. Almost gave away the video title there. But I feel like Tom Holland and Spider-Man just spoiling what's next. Yeah, a decent amount of like backlog content. Like, I'm going on holiday at the start of May as well, which is actually like 20 days away. Not long at all. Uh, so yeah, there'll be plenty of content, and then I think Deadpool's the next milestone I'm working towards, and then obviously I'm playing games on stream and stuff. Like there's loads of little videos I want to do, like the adult genre, Demon Slayer as well. When that's completed, like there's plenty of content. So yeah, it's just kind of putting it into a timeline. Uh, you raise a very good point, Nostromo, and I would want to do it like that. However, I feel like just with the video idea itself, because it's not been done, I just want to get it out. You know? It's just, I don't know. Again, I don't really know how videos like get picked up well. You know, I was saying on stream last night that I need to sort of redo the voiceovers to upload them as separate platinum videos, which is all well and fine, but I just need to record the voiceovers for the actual main video itself first, I was saying. So once that's done, potentially, because it doesn't actually take long, like obviously editing the videos takes time, but like for instance, I just jumped into like the Walking Dead one with all of the footage and like managed to do that one pretty quickly. So maybe like mid next week I'll get maybe like High on Life out. Maybe. I don't know. It's scary because I think my initial plan was to edit sort of like the Tekken's going to be in it, Crisis is going to be in it, The Walking Dead Destinies is going to be in it. Like there's some videos on the channel scattered already, and I did actually want to have, as you said, like it in reverse order, but just how timing has worked out and like sort of the way that I've been able to edit, unfortunately I've just not been able to do it like that, because that was like the original plan, just to have like a bulk of stuff on the channel and then you literally just copy and paste the video into a longer title. Because yeah, I mean, if I was to watch like a long video and then I saw like a shorter video on the channel, I probably wouldn't watch the shorter one because I've already watched it. How the fuck are these missing? Right, can you get into cover, please? This game is really pissing me off. This is meant to be the optimal strategy, and like you can still get clipped in it. Oh! But yeah, that's why with the sort of larger projects, I've tried to not clickbait it, but almost skim over part of the videos that have already been made or I'm gonna make into different content. Just because then it kind of does, if people want to click on the video, it's kind of like there's things that they've missed, you know? Right, this is gonna be my last attempt because this is really annoying. It's that helicopter, like, please enlighten me to why the homing launcher doesn't home onto the heli. Like, if I get the heli out, then it's fine, but I'm firing rockets, which is like shimmying me off of the ledge. Goodness, this trophy is quite jarring to go for. And as well, it feels like I'm in solo and it's still spawning like large amounts of enemies. I find anyway, and it goes up. Like when we was two-manning this, it just capped it at like 20 something enemies. Yeah, yeah, in agreement with that one. Just kind of like signposting as well. And then I can always like add video cards as well on like the screen. But I don't, on mobile, like video cards don't really work too well because it takes you out of the video you're actually watching, which does kind of suck. To be fair, I could probably just playlist all of those specific platinums into the like main kind of title in a way. So it'll be like very easily signpost on the channel as well. I can't believe I got to... Oh, look, they're trying to shoot me again. Some bullshit. It's like some shoot you, then they like forget. Oh, look at the aiming there, that's atrocious. 21, 21, 21. I was gonna say, my character in GTA probably looks like a lot more worse and revealing than the characters in that Hentai vs Evil game. Probably about the same, I'd say. Well, literally, first try last night, I got to round 8. And I'm trying this today, and I mean, my rounds added together almost reach 8. It's just not good enough, really, is it? I do like the auto aim on this game, but it is really frustrating at times as well. Because you'll try and like aim for an enemy and it will like not lock onto the right one. Just making sure that I stay up against this wall. Alright, 7 more to go. Let's hope we can do it. I say as well, my character's like a level 130, so it should be a lot easier. And we should have more health. Bruh. Not being able to get this helicopter out is such a big pain. I'm just gonna have to kill everybody and then jump down and get it, I think. Nah, man. It looked like I wasn't in the cover, so I came out of it, but I was still getting shot. Right, let's kind of peek and go back. Maybe we peeked a bit too much. Right, this one should jump in front of us. Nice. There we go. Helicopter's coming around. No. I just need to get like one good shot on it, but I'm conscious that my health is pretty low. Here we go. Fuck it. If I get in here, at least I can't die, right? Cool. Nice. Good shit. Oh no, I don't know if I'm gonna make it back in time. Oh shit, 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 shit. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Get back, get back, get back, get back. Back, 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 back. Up, 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 up. Oh, oh, that was close. That was close. That was scary, chat. Okay, this round has gone like really well, I think. Come on, poke your head. Oh no, that's not good. I'm not about to be taking shots at me like that. Should have probably jumped down there to get some health and armor. It just makes it a little bit more difficult if I'm like forced to run for it and like this wave upcoming. Oh no, not the internet. Are you like are you streaming the game or do you have it like on like TV? Like watching it through like a Virgin or Skybox? Because hopefully I'll be wrapped up just before kickoff. Is it a 3 PM kickoff? Alright, we're kind of getting into squeaky bum time in a way. Ah, you're streaming it. I see. Oh, careful, man. You can't say that you're streaming it on a fire. What? You gotta delete that from the chat in case the government are reading, mate. I was gonna say, more often than not, Twitter is actually really good for finding streams. If you just like search in the game you want. How did the last round have 29 people, this one have 22? Makes 0 sense, but I'm not complaining. Hopefully it just gets easier. I was gonna say, if I wasn't so locked in, I would just delete the message. No fire stick. Myself. It needs to get a moderator in the chat. As I said, I'm so hungry as well. I think once we wrap this up, should be within the next 5 to 10 minutes. Gonna do a little run on an empty stomach, grab some grub, and then back into the editing gulag. I was gonna say it's probably for the best that Castromo's your alias. Is that the right thing? So they will never be able to find you. The VPN as well, and your Gucci. Oh, that is lethal, just throwing me off there. You believe that though? Like a flipping shotgun just took off everything. At least he was able to grab the sort of armor and stuff before the... Oh, the 18, why is it going... I'm not complaining that it's going down, but like, why was it a lot harder on the previous waves? I mean, to be fair, if they're going back and watching sort of all of your videos, then at least you've gained a subscriber, a viewer, hopefully a like, but then also maybe a court case. if they're that eagle-eyed to find your name. I was gonna say though, think about how many people in the world probably have the same, like the exact same name as you. It's like, there's probably like a couple hundred, probably, like, maybe not 100, maybe like, there's probably, I don't know, some people, there we go, with a similar name to you. Of all of the billions of people in the world. Like, did you ever like used to search your name in on like Facebook when you was younger to see like, okay, this isn't good. Ever like search your name in to see if people had like the same name as you, or like what they look like? No, this is not good. Don't reload, don't. You're fucking me. You're actually fucking me. I literally called out don't reload because I knew he was going to pop up and it reloaded. Well, if somebody wants to join me on this journey, not now, at a separate time, to do this, because doing it solo is stupid. That entire wave, they could see me as well. I guess that's what I get for cheesing the game, but fucking hell, man, that is a joke. The GTA Platinum grind continues. But with all of that said, everybody, that is going to be the end of the stream today. What I will do as well is, don't know how many or who we have in the chat. I know some people in the chat, but I don't know everybody in the chat. So what we're going to do is if you haven't already, there's a brand new video out on the channel, and if you click this link that I just put into the chat, you can go and watch my brand new video. It's on the Walking Dead Destinies, going through the Platinum journey, and is it that bad? Spoiler alert, I thought it was decent, but you have to watch the entire video to see my reasoning behind it. But with all of that said, we're going to be back tomorrow at 12:30 GMT as well to go through the Deadpool sort of challenge no death runs. But yeah, that's me done. Oh, Castromo. Yeah, I was gonna say I think I said earlier, you keep your PS4 and PS5 character now. Like, unlike me, it doesn't delete. So yeah, you can I guess you can get some levels, but that would be super sick as well for the hand, because it should auto pop for you, I'd assume, if you do the 5 version. But yeah, I'll message you offline and we can hopefully get some games in, because I do wanna try and play some games besides being in the editing gulag, because it's probably been a week since we've played. But with all of that said, everybody, thanks so much for tuning in. Link in the live chat if you want to go watch the new video. Back at 12:30 tomorrow for some Deadpool runs, and that's probably going to be quite painful. But yeah, thanks so much. Have a lovely, lovely Saturday afternoon. The sun is out for me, so I'm going to go on a run, and I'll see you later.